Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some Stellaris. Welcome back to the Synthoid manifold, which has grown again, although it's not that easy to see. We actually made this little guy here, the Jackley Compact, our vassal as well. The reason for that is these guys were actually in a defensive pact with the Great Thymoid State, and what happened was that those guys went to war with the Silicron compilers, and since well, they went to war with the machine, I took the opportunity to declare war on them as well. So we took a little trip over here too, did some damage to their fleet, and eventually made these guys our vassals. That's basically the state of the situation. We have been developing the SI1 system here with lots and lots of habitats, which is really great. One thing that is starting to lag behind a little bit is the energy. So one of these habitats is now going to become a full-on energy production facility. I might do a second one for that. And another thing that changed is that these Grekil became my vassals as well. So they're actually no longer paying me, but they should join us in a war once they're capable of grabbing a fleet, which I think I could do if I give them like a planet. So it could become interesting. These guys are still tributaries. For instance, here vassal, they won't accept that. I guess that they're like too strong or something like that. And these guys, they're very happy with me. They also trust me, but they also don't want to become a vassal. So alright, if they want to keep paying me, that's fine as well. Subject status changed. Yeah, that's when those guys became a vassal. So the next phase is actually going to be these guys right here, the Capevat Sovereignty. Take a quick look at them. They are in the defensive pact with the Ubaric Galactic Hierarchy, which is, I think, these green... No, it's actually these small blue guys. So I think that we can handle that. Let's take a look at it. Let's see. Fleet should be close to full power. Still some reinforcements coming in. But what we want to do... speak swiftly, Synthoid. Your presence is an affront to all that is good and holy. So more evangelizing zealots. Let's declare war on them, and we want the Capevat to become our vassals as well. Perhaps our tributary, I wonder. Let's see if we can do this. If we can make them the vassals. Yeah, for 78, that's doable. These guys will now join in the war, so that should be pretty interesting. It's doable. War score 78, pretty hard to do, but it just basically means we have to capture everything he has, and we'll get started on that. You are going straight up there, and let's see if my my ground forces are set to follow them. I think so. So there we go. Let's get more people into the Synthoid manifold, which is growing quite nicely. And here again, I was first planning to wait because I was on a cooldown basically with these guys for another war. And in the meantime, well, I spotted this small opportunity to do some damage to this big purple guy. So I grabbed it. We went to war there, and now we can get started on this next phase of our campaign. So... not sure exactly what was present there, but it's already been taken out, and it's just a single planet, so that's good. We'll grab that and then move on to the next one. You could maybe speed this up with two fleets instead of one fleet, but so far what I've found is that that's a little bit risky, because then they start to do some trickery things if, for instance, both of them together could handle one of those fleets. So this has been working quite well. It is different from before. I am using only one fleet, means also that I need only one admiral. And basically the Synthoid manifold itself is this place here, so we are quite far away from everything else here, which I think has its advantages and its disadvantages, of course. People, they just want to... trade star charts. Alright, definitely would like an update on that. So that's actually a fair deal. And in the meantime, that should get bombed. Yes, that has been done. So we are going to build our pops. Damn it. Build pop multiples, grab these. Put them a little bit everywhere, and I still feel a little bit iffy about energy, so we're actually going to do another full energy facility right here. Like that. You're next. More. more. Where are my troops? Ready to land. Land these armies. And then we need 2 more over here. Like that. And then this is being colonized and they're building 2 more habitats in the next system. So I would say that that's pretty good. What are my demographics looking like actually? Can I see that we now have 72 pups across 23 worlds? That's not that much. Or is it because of the other syntoids? Let's see here, demographics. No, yeah, it just shows all of them. I thought I'd have more pups.
Communications alert.
But apparently that's it. So that's the first planet. 5 of them. Let's make this 1 fleet. You will join this one.
Successful.
And I will move up here. Technology, very important of course. Alpha Hub, we'll do this one. Looks like some sort of legendary one, so we'll take that probability engine. And then everything else is following up nicely. We can't make any more battleships, so we'll wait. And then here again will be drawn right in. He has a 22k fleet that is coming in here and it's gonna try to turn around as we land right on top of them. So that's their potential. And here you can see that you don't want to split your fleet up, right? You don't want to have to deal with this if you only have 18, 19k. It's gonna be pretty tricky here, but we should be able to win this fight decently well. This is down to 17k. We are going to lose some ships. So once again here we'll be using our economy to... Actually the Razor class battleships I think are slightly better. 100, so okay. Let's make 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would say 11 to start with, and I will see if we need to do any more. That's all been destroyed and we still have 30k left, so I would say that that's all looking pretty good. And then these 3 transport fleets now, I would like to merge them all together like that, bringing me at like 170 troops fighting there. That's good. And this is actually 99. 11 of them should be 88. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So I think 88 we can do 1 more. Let's do a Razor class battleship on this one. I think I basically lost lots of my small ships on this one. But it's okay. Replacements are coming, and I wonder here if these other fleets are ever going to try to do anything. So he has another 7.3k fleet that's coming in that is going to be bombarding this planet. Maybe that's the remains of his fleet or something like that. I'm not too worried about that. Before they bring in troops, things will look quite bleak for them. So armies here, just a couple of armies. Defenses heading towards 1,000. I think we can land here and take this over. What would be nice now is if this 15k fleet here from him, for instance, would come in on the fight. But he still doesn't really like me, so not sure. At some point, maybe this zealot might decide to rebel against me. That would be interesting, and that's maybe a tactic that I hadn't thought about before, but that I could try. If they're a little bit big, and if they are maybe too big for you to handle, to make them your subjects in a single war, what you could try to do, of course, is like liberate half their planets and divide them into 2 empires and try to go from there. So that's another thing that we might want to check out in the future if something like that might work. So in the meantime, planet has been taken. We are recalling some of our troops, giving the order, and then we'll just move on to the conquering. And I'm hoping that these guys will actually come in here and grab a victory as well. Their fleet, I'm not sure what that's about. Here we've got 2,600. What do they have? 10,000 as well. Well, they're moving towards the battlefield, so perhaps. And here it's really a science ship, and then that fleet that's going to bomb my planet. But we are at plus 15. We are going to have to put that in the negotiations, of course. And right now he's saying, no way, I'm following you. You machine scum. His words, of course. We are actually far superior to them.
Complete.
So we'll grab you next. And then, oh yeah, that's something that happened and I didn't notice. So again, let's go with building multiple pops. It's good to have this decently strong economy. Now plus 208 here, despite being at war and the fleet deployed. I would say that that's pretty good. So we can...
Construction complete.
Thank you for all the battleships.
Complete.
So we can basically get away with...
Construction complete.
I would say...
Construction complete. Construction complete.
A
Construction
full
complete.
set of a little bit of everything here. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. In the meantime, we're gonna attack Boven Ivda. Army numbers, very small again. Still needs to be worked at, that planet. And they might do that as my subject. And here, finally, my vassals are doing something as well. Sending in a fleet of 27 destroyers and 87 corvettes. What's that kind of a fleet, my friend? Maybe it is because of course, during our war, he lost all his ship manufacturing capabilities. And so it's going to take some time for him to actually build up to like a tier 6 production facility and be able to build battleships, for instance. So, I mean, then he is my vassal, and he's definitely weaker than me from that perspective. But off they go. Let's see if this strike force can handle, what is this, 13 cruisers, 9 destroyers, and 7 corvettes. But that's awesome to see. That's the first time, really. Oh, and we should definitely have this fleet follow these as well. The first time that someone else here is actively helping me out like that. And it's all been part of the plan, really, on this one. So, nice to see. Next up, we'll go over here, then we'll evolve towards this capital city. And if we have to, we can also go to war here for more war score, of course. As they send in more troops, here is the fight between my vassal and the enemy fleet. They're getting butchered. Very nicely done. These small, nimble laser crafts just doing work. Another 2k landing. They're going straight in for the engage, I think. That's nice. And that's actually from his allies, I think. No, it's actually his own fleet with a couple of big battleships. And they are trying to fire, but this is just going to be too many. It's the swarm coming in, and that's like very nice to see as well, all the different weapon types that they're bringing to the fight here. A 1k battleship in and of itself. That's more powerful than my battleships. That's definitely something to note here. And so here, these guys are now chasing around. And what I like here at this point is that something that became a problem sometimes when you're, for instance, always on your own, when you're an exterminator, for instance, now actually becomes an advantage. Because, oops, let's give that order here. And I wonder where my transport fleet is, right there. Because the NPCs, they can do some annoying things with smaller fleets. For instance, something that they sometimes do is if you're trying to attack their capital or another system, that they constantly like jump in and out some fleets, and then your fleet will constantly disengage to go after that one. Very, very annoying NPC behavior. But now that I actually have a vassal that's helping me in this war, he's probably countering all that behavior pretty much one-on-one. So that is really cool to see, and very, very nice in my opinion. So we could go for better shield. Oh, we're actually going to improve our overall power generation here. And I'm not sure what I just completed. But I think, yeah, it's like 0 point energy. So that is something that we'll definitely have to switch up in my ship designs as well, and then look to upgrade our fleets probably. And so here we've got another small fleet with a transport fleet. I wonder if my ally is going to come in to help, or what he decides to do. Those are my battleships coming back. As you can see, 717. I am lacking in research once again compared to everyone else, but luckily I have the economy that they don't have at this point. So some of these guys are pretty big though. And it's going to be interesting to try to break all of them and make them all mine. Let's take a look at the army count. That's quite a lot of them. So here I am going to wait until we get like below 1,000. That and that can merge before we actually land. There we go. Land armies. By the time they land, the last fortifications will be gone, and it would have been nice if my ally would then go after this little fleet, but he's not doing that.
Planetary pacification
Still
protocols initiated.
Syntoid and Rinirar, which is these small guys, right?
Ground
Or
invasion units have
who are
achieved
they?
all objectives.
Yeah. All right. And so those small guys are also sending in some reinforcements. It's not a lot, but again, it's very, very nice to see those NPCs fight alongside you. So that's another one done. We are now at 35 war score, 245. Transports ready. Fleet at the ready. Time for the next one. And so these guys here, it's maybe because they don't like me, but they once again retreat their fleet back here. 16k would be nice if they would do more, but maybe it is because there are no enemies visible that really matter, although this is 1500. It's a decent amount. That's 2600, and yeah, that's 8k, 10k. If those guys would become my vassals, that would add even more to it, which is what I want to see, of course, like a very large coalition fleet going around there. And so here we've got our fleet with a couple of their ships coming in as well. Very cool. Hopefully I can give this guy some planets, and that then he can come in and continue to help me. Like here, these rebels, I think that would be nice if we could grab those guys. What's happening over here? It's already done, whatever it was. So we're gonna attack here and here. That one fleet, I hope it's retreating so that it doesn't bother my fleet too much. But potentially that's that pattern that I was talking about. War score. Minus 59, so we still have some conquering left to do. I think we'll just go here and I will just straight up start attacking this blue guy rather than waste too much time on all of this. But that would make me pretty damn big in my personal influence on the map here, which would be nice. At this point, a potential tactic could be to split it up, but you saw 22k, right? And so that makes me a little bit worried that these guys might have something similar hanging around somewhere as well. 18,000 now, and they're my vassals. That is cool. They don't like it. They don't like that situation. Well, minus 94, okay, for the first time here. Definitely below minus 100. And relative power to subjects, minus 80. So I think that they're basically still pretty strong, and that's why they don't like being my subject here. But we can make another battleship. So we'll do that. And tech-wise, 2 months for the Gauss Cannon 5, which is also going to upgrade my fleet power substantially. So that is quite nice. And here, I think we're ready to drop the hammer. Let's land these armies. Well, he has a decent amount of them. But basically, this is gonna be too much for them. The Syntoids are landing all over the place while it's being bombarded. The fight has started. They have quite a few defenders, so they've got a big garrison, but my army is just so huge. All mechanized killers, very experienced as well. that although they can do some damage from their fortifications once they fall, this should be fast. And that should give me a decent war score. I think a planet like this that's really highly defended should be pretty core. Yeah, it's full on pops.
Technological acquisition successful.
So as a result, I think that this will be good. Yeah, obviously more mining capabilities. And then the fortifications are gone.
Invasion units have achieved
And they
all
are
objectives.
crushed. Excellent. 44 war score. Still a little bit to go. There we go. Follow that.
Diplomatic alert. Military confrontation detected.
The Bright Alliance, okay, has declared war on our vassal, the Empire of Opening. We are now at war with the Bright Alliance as well. Okay, that's interesting. Who are the Bright Alliance? Can I maybe just see who looks red? If I quickly... Oh, it's those guys, huh? It's those guys. And they are attacking the Obedin Empire. Those guys. Alright. Interesting. Interesting. World War has started. Galactic War has started here, guys. Let's see here. We definitely have to grab this, I think. Leader experience or survey speed increase. I think we'll do that. Research-wise, that was looking okay. I may have to... 19k right here. 19k. Alright, that's his ally. There he is. Okay. You are going to attack it. And then let's hope that my vassal can hold out a little bit against the enemy. Whew. Second war opened up here. Negotiations. Let's set our demands. Let's see here. If we could give them that, could be good. Or actually, we could try our other tactic: liberate some planets. That's interesting. Okay, that needs to wait a little bit, I think. But let's see if we can like liberate some of these planets. Set demands. There we go. And then see what comes of that. In the meantime, we've got a battle to fight, where we have twice the firepower of the enemy, so that should help. And that is... I want this, so you're gonna become my vassal whether you like it or not. Maybe it's like a desperate attempt from the enemy to stop us from becoming too powerful. If we would grab these guys as vassals, I'm sure that they would eventually get into trouble. But here comes my battleship fleet now. Let's hope that it can snipe them off. Yeah, they have 12 battleships as well. And here another 3.3k fleet as well. Come on, guys, start firing. We're gonna do damage here anyways, so that should be okay. And I definitely think that it would be a mistake at this point to split my fleet. And then my little allies trying to help as well. Pretty cool. We shall see how they use this technology. For now, the war comes first, of course. Tier 4 weapons, so tier 5 weapons would have been a lot better, but right now that's pretty cool. My ally is taking a lot of the damage, but yeah, we can definitely use more. Maybe we should try and like switch it up a little bit, add some cruisers as well. Let's do that, and let's also add some destroyers just to try and that's another decent victory right here. Just to try and switch it up a little bit. So that's another victory. Do I help my ally or do I think I want to first try to finish this war here. So we're going to keep going. Still at minus 42. So we still have quite a bit to go. But I think I want to do that first. Maybe make a couple of corvettes as well. I don't mind overshooting at this point. But that's a little bit of a surprise here. Well, good thing that that guy kept his fleet down here. And
construction complete.
Here are some... Yeah, and here is the NPC stuff that is starting. Where he's sending these tiny fleets here. Maybe to attack somewhere, I don't know, to annoy me. But I'm going to focus on what I need to do first, which is going to be to try and finish this war off. So he's sending another smaller fleet over there.
Communications alert.
Gonna allow him to do that. And then let's hope that my ally here can grab some victories as well. Interesting situation. Very cool. Oh, he's trying to escape. Let's at least try to finish this war. I think if we can do that, then the defensive war here won't be too big of a problem. So those are being constructed. Then we've got more. Yeah, we'll overshoot this by a little bit, but that's okay.
Construction complete.
Come on, my fleet. Man, 17 days takes a long time. Could definitely use better tech.
Diplomatic alert. Military confrontation detected.
Alright, lots of war. Yeah, the galaxy is going up in flames here. Let's see who will emerge victorious. 2 days, go. Those guys are here. And yeah, more enemies, but alright. Is that over here? Yeah, they are trying, but I mean, man, don't tell me that that's gonna happen. That's super annoying. Yeah, that's the NPC annoyingness, when their tiny little fleets are starting to cause trouble all across my space. Aha, now this is interesting, of course. Both empires here have a planet in here, and these guys are actually making the first move, attacking that starport. Well done, my ally. Here they actually also build up a station. Oh, and then there come their troops. Yep, okay. We're gonna grab this one first, then we're going to get back in here. Very interesting situation. The reinforcements are coming. It does take a little bit of time. Another habitat ready. For now, I want to focus on this war, though. So bomb the hell out of this, please.
Construction complete.
And we crossed the threshold. We're a little bit bigger than we should be. You know, maybe I should just try adding some more cannon fodder, which are these tiny corvettes. They're built pretty quickly. And so it's gonna be a constant stream of annoying ships coming across his space as well, which will hopefully help. Like that. That bombing is commencing, and here he's just starting to attack. So I'd say that's good.
Construction complete.
And we're actually just going to land here. We need to clear this all out as quickly as possible. So just do it, and then we'll go over here.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Give me all of that.
Construction complete.
My tiny vassal trying to help me. It's not easy. The attack has begun. So that'll save me a little bit of time by attacking before them. It should also give me a time for my fleet to come back here, because that's quite a tactical move here. It does mean that my fleet should drop in right on top of them in just one jump. From here. So just keep going, crush their defenses, please. Plus 49. We are making headway, but this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. We're already fighting this war for like half an hour. He's pretty strong, of course, and this is like his final stand. Keep that in mind as well. He is fighting for his survival, otherwise he would become my vassal as well. So now that these defenses are buckling. So are they.
Planetary invasion alert. Malignant atmospheric incursion detected.
Yeah, that was going to happen. So we're gonna have to move back.
Planetary invasion alert. Surface control has been compromised.
Understood. We're coming back. We failed to fend them off. While they're still here. Oh, we lost here? Interesting. Although we're still at plus 53 somehow. That's interesting. And here, -5? Really? Did he like lose his fleet or something? I think he was forced to retreat because I'm not spotting his fleet here anymore. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Let's hope that we can get this done. We should be landing right in the middle of them. Take care of those transports, please. That would be quite crippling. Small 1.4k fleet, that's not gonna be a problem. I have artilleries as well, firing from range. So that is down. That is still secure. I guess we're going back here. What's happening here? Another 12k fleet. Nope, then we'll be attacking that. Good lord. We have to do our best. And in the meantime here, whoa, 38,000 as well. And 6,000. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. So, on the one hand, you know, you could see this as being like bad news. What are the demands here, actually? They want to liberate the Jockley Compact. And to liberate a system. And to seed some planets. You know what? This Empire of Obedin has also like constantly been very reticent towards me, right? Like doesn't want to help me out. And hasn't been very happy with being my vassal. So maybe him getting stomped a little bit might not be such a bad thing. So we'll see how that evolves. So 12k here, and that's the transport fleet that's causing me trouble. Gotcha. Definitely want to attack it. And then if we would just take that hit, and then these guys would become my vassals, I would say that it's worth it. So we'll see. We will see how things work out here. But that is a big fleet. That is a very big enemy fleet. I have to admit that.
Planetary invasion alert. Malignant atmospheric incursion detected.
Again, yeah, they're trying to crawl this back.
Planetary invasion alert. Surface control has been compromised.
All of you guys attack here. So we go down to 44, but their fleets are going down now as well. And with all of that, that should be okay. Those guys are going after their transports, which I don't necessarily mind. Okay, all of that is down. Then we're gonna work on grabbing those planets again. Those guys have their orders. They're following. Okay. And there we go. We still have some reserves even. So it's not too much of a problem. But what's happening here? 38,000. Interesting. That's big. Gotta admit that that is pretty big. We'll see how it works out for my poor ally. Who never liked me though. So here, let the bombing begin. There are not too many reserves here, so... Ah, and that's the rest of his offensive army. Yeah, so that's gonna be a crushing blow normally. These guys are stuck. Their fleets had to leave. They were crushed by my fleets. And so now, of course, no fortifications. Their offensive troops, they are getting cut down. These filthy frogs here.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
There we go. That'll show you. You can follow the fleet. And then the fleet can go back here. Now plus 64, so we should be... No, we don't want any white piece. Plus 17, so that becomes doable. I do wonder what that fleet though. That's more than mine. And they want the Trappist system. So this is something that we'll have to break up after... Not sure how this war is gonna work out here. Minus 10. Okay. We managed to get to 40k, but it's not gonna be... What we actually need then is even more stuff, basically, that we could afford to lose. Force ourselves into a bad spot when it comes to naval capacity, but have this fleet where we could compete with them and it doesn't really matter that we lose like half of it. Or a good chunk of the smaller ships at least. So we're gonna create this cannon fodder. Hopefully we can sustain all of that economically. And we are going to take this. Hoping that that'll bring us close by. Otherwise we might just drop... see, he's trying again. Holy crap, he's trying again. Then we'll just go straight for the juggler. We'll go right for his... main system after this one. And it's a long one. It's a big war. Wars all over the place. And he is... Yeah, he still has the 18k though. So together we could turn this around. But I want to finish this war here first. And of course these three guys need to join in with this fleet as well. Or should I drop down on them?
Construction complete.
I don't think so. I think I need to finish this off first.
Complete.
We're so close.
Construction complete.
41k, just bring me more. I don't really mind that this is gonna cost me extra. Come on. Armies here, yeah, that's nothing at all. So we're just straight gonna land these armies here, grab this planet, move up here, and then we'll... I would hope that that might be enough, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. So we'll see. Just
planetary pacification protocols initiated.
I mean, that really shouldn't have the HP to last very long. It's still doing alright though. Costing me time that I don't have. Crap. I am a little bit worried about this. Yeah, -9. Okay, -9. So they're still holding out for now. Let's just pour in a little bit more. It's not all that much. And we're still well in the plus. So I think that that's okay to do.
Ground invasion units have achieved all objectives.
Excellent. Like that. And you are going to go straight up here at 70. -8.
Complete.
Okay, so we take his main system and then I think we'll be good to go.
Complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Yeah, just bring it on, guys. This is gonna be interesting. What are they doing here? 20k, trying to take back a planet. So they're trying to hold on the stalemate. Hopefully they can avoid the big fights. And hopefully we can get this going. Is that going to be a direct jump? That's good. We should probably be landing right on top of it. And that should be a practically fully grown planet here. So that's where we're landing, right in the middle of the system. You're gonna get it. Just to put me at like 450. Go, go, go. 2k, 3k, a small fleet. That's nothing to worry too much about. Blap. Ground troops are here as well. And with that, I think they'll give up. Then we'll move down here, see what those guys actually have to say for themselves. Because trying to go against a Synthoid like that, very bad plan, guys. So, yeah, we've got the cooldown, of course. My other allies, what are they doing? Any more blue fleets? That's a tiny little 60 power blue fleet. Of course, he doesn't have much. And this guy is still holding at 20k. So together we can handle that fight. So just don't lose your fleet. Or if you do, deal a lot of damage. Equal damage would be nice. And then hopefully this guy will be able to build up, come in to help as well. And we will become a powerful block. What are these guys doing? They're very happy with me. And while we're at war, we can't demand them to vassalize. But I'm actually okay with them just giving me resources.
Construction complete.
So that I can, for instance, do this, go above the actual count. Let's make like a couple more cruisers. Unfortunate.
Construction complete.
Let's see here. That's none of these. That's not this one. So I'd say that that's still somewhat okay. Unspent civic points. That's for later as well. First now, I need this war to be over. Armies. 14 out of 17. The bombing has started.
Alert. Fleet unit offline.
Ah, okay. So they're just getting caught somewhere. Probably here. Right? If they land here, then that's a problem. Okay. Keep trying, keep trying. You're doing okay, I feel. Minus 14. Doing okay, that's all relative, I guess. But once this is over, I'm coming to help you. My poor vassal. My overly proud vassal, I should say. Let's put all of this in one big fleet. Land my armies. And convince the Capivate sovereignty that their place lies within the Synthoid manifold as my subordinates.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
There we go. Just bomb the rest of the fortifications out of existence. That's going to speed things up here. The defenders are now unprotected.
Units have achieved all objectives.
And they have just been crushed. So that's that. You are going here. We are quickly going to jump over here, just in case he doesn't wanna. Give me that. Give me that. Yep, normally he'll do that. But
construction complete.
If he doesn't want to, we'll just quickly go over here, make sure that he stops whatever it is that he's trying to do here.
Construction complete.
Or, hold on, I'll give it a try. So if I send demands +3, he should accept this, right? I think. But maybe he still has hope because of this engagement here. So, there we go. Centered. And there we go. That's a nice turnaround, right? So the Capivate have become my subordinates and they've entered a war against the Chinor Stellar Union. And so that means that I can grab these guys and send them to reinforce that fleet first of all. I think that's what I want to do first. Then we've got all of these little... Those are more reinforcements coming, so that's okay. Then we've got all of these transports that we also want to send over here. So that's okay as well. And there we go, guys. That is a big chunk of grey added to the map. This is the war against the Capivat sovereignty. Now we are of course going to work on pushing these guys back to help out the Empire of Obedin, but this is a very fun playstyle so far for me. Lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff happening. I'm enjoying this quite a lot. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time.